G-I-G-G-S. No. Rhodri.
Is there anything that Lionel Messi is better than you at?
It's opinions. I respect your opinions. Maybe in your opinion Messi is better than me, but in my mind I'm better than him.
I do it again. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Told her if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack truck. Country heart, I might cop a farm and go act up. Like scars, I was cold hearted, now I'm back up. Keep it real, I do this once a month. I don't rap much. I just hit the money and go stack up. Only buy car cards and get tatted up. All that other bull, it don't matter much. You only climb me, I put the ladders up. No fault, I done doubled up on the workload. I think I fell in love with the bankroll. Pray up, get money, then we lay low. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up,
Yes, guys, I'm Si. Welcome to Ace Podcast Nation, the home of Rhodri Giggs on football. It's a Euro special. The Euros are here in just a couple of days, so we thought we'd dig deep. We'd have a look at our predictions. We'll have a little prediction competition going as Rhodri's gloriously won the Super Six this year between myself and him. And,
Easy work.
It'll be no different to what we normally do, brutally honest opinions with no agenda whatsoever. Mate, I am delighted to be joined as ever by golfer extraordinaire. He is ex-Salford City, ex-FC United, ex-Aberystwyth Town, Bangor City, and not forgetting Mosley, and many more. Mr. Rhodri Giggs, how are you, my friend?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. Good. New mic, so if you can hear me, sweet. But yeah, good. Not so good on the golf today. 31 points. Rubbish.
Let the side down there, haven't you?
It's hard school when you only got 4 shots.
Yeah, see. What's this? Like get the violin out, is it?
No. It was just, too many blobs. 2 or 3 blobs. Game over.
Set high standards for yourself, mate, haven't you, on the golfing front, see?
Yeah. Well, the aim is to get to 1 or to scratch. I'm at 4 at the minute, so we'll see how we go.
How long do you reckon that takes for you to get to?
Hey, you need to play. It's because I don't play. I play probably like twice a week. So 6-week holidays every day. By the end of 6-week holidays, see how we go. Hopefully, I'm down to 2, 3.
Well, that's the period, mate, for you, and when you've got when you're off school and that is you can play non-stop. Like, so we'll see. We'll check back after the summer, mate. Anything lesser than scratch or anything worse than scratch, and we won't be impressed.
See how we go.
So, you looking forward to the Euros, mate?
Yeah. It's always good when there's a competition on the weekend. I mean, in the summer. You know, it's a long summer if there's no football, no World Cup, no Euros. It's always minging. So, yeah, football. Got to the golf this weekend. Football starts Friday. So, big US Open started today. Football starts tomorrow. And then we're up and running. 4 or 5 weeks of non-stop football. So, yeah, it's good.
Yeah, happy days. Those summers are brutal, aren't they, when there's no tournament on. It's like
minging.
Just itching for the pre-season. All right, just very quickly, mate, because obviously since we spoke last week, Manchester United manager Erik ten Hag staying. Happy with that?
Yeah, more than happy. Well, not more than happy. Yeah, happy. Give him another year, see where we're at. You know, Arteta was give how many years? How many has he been there now? And he seems to turn it around. With the right management now that seems to be people were put in the right place with the right backing, the right support, and we see what he's done in the final. So we just need to duplicate that now week after week, like previous Manchester United teams have done, and we what have grown to expect. So it'd be difficult, but yeah, we'll see how we go.
I bet there was a few players in that squad, mind you, were like, for fuck's sake. Because they probably thought he was going, and there might be a little
fucking good. Look, fucking good. Because them fuckers have got managers sacked. Get them out. It's in a bit.
Yeah, that was the. I thought that
Eric's
was the most
in charge,
thing,
mate. If you don't like it, in a bit.
Yeah. Well, we're on the Euros, mate, for the next couple of weeks. So what I thought we could do is do a little prediction.
We're Scottish now. We're Scottish for the next couple of weeks.
I was going to say, yeah, we're full blown jocks now for the rest of the next.
I haven't seen any England flags yet, but I'm sure I will. You know, the flags on the cars and all the rest of it.
I think I'm safe where I am, and I in capital of Wales. I don't see many.
Although you don't really see a lot in Manchester, you'll see a bit, but it's
a bit like Liverpool, isn't it? In Manchester, like they're not that.
Correct.
Not too bothered about the old England and stuff, but they'll jump on a bandwagon, mate, when England gets to the semi-final.
You know, even though I'm Welsh, it's good crack when you're in the pub watching with your mates, and as long as you don't get no one throws beer on me, I'm good.
To be fair, mate, right? I got obviously got a lot of English friends, and some of them, like I've been around when they've had close calls and that agony and stuff, and for them, sometimes I hope that they'll do well, but it doesn't take like 2 weeks into the tournament, and I get a bit sick of it, and I'm like that. But so what I thought we'd do, mate, is we'd go through all the fixtures, and basically, if we do our predictions, me and you, and we'll give like a point if you get the right result.
Start that again because you broke up a little bit.
So what I think is we'll carry on our prediction kind of competition, but we'll do it through the Euros. So what we'll do is we'll do all the group stage games. We'll predict who's going to win. If me and you both predict the same team to win, or we both say a draw, then we'll do a score, which can separate us. And basically, we'll give a point for whoever gets the right prediction, and we'll see who's got the most points come the end of the tournament. And we'll just we'll do the group stage now, and then, or you could even do the fixtures, which are between now and next Thursday, really. But and we'll see who really is the prediction champion, mate, because you got very lucky this year. And you got a bit big for your boots, haven't you? Huh?
You're pissed, you. I'm about 70 points in front of you. And don't even get me started on the FPL league, because you know what?
2 seasons behind.
You're Sutton United. I'm City in that aspect. So.
Well, City are going to be relegated to the non-league soon enough, mate. So don't worry about that.
We'll have some fun if that happens.
Oh yes. No, I saw. Look, obviously, I've won the previous 2 seasons, which means I'm well in the lead. But we won't talk about that. We'll focus on the now.
You're as good as your last season, and that's all I'm going to say.
Okay, there we go, mate. First fixture up is what I really need now is I need Rob or Matt to be around to make a note of this, but it's all right. I'll make a note of it.
Who, the Chuckle Brothers?
Yes, classic. They right, here we go. Ready? Right, the first fixture is Germany versus the mighty Scotland on Friday, 8:00 opening fixture. Obviously, Scotland 3, Germany 0. Surely
1-1.
I do think Scotland might get something out of it. Germany might maybe a bit of nerves. They haven't been that great, have they, Germany?
1-1 for me. I'm going to go for a draw to start with.
Heart says I'd love to go a draw or Scotland, but I do think Germany will win. I'll go Germany win. And then Saturday, 2:00, we got Hungary and Switzerland. Switzerland, I think there's a couple of teams I quite fancy who are not quite fancied, should we say, that I think might do all right. And I think Switzerland, Austria, and Denmark, I think, could all do all right. But we'll kind of talk about them as we're going. What do you see this Hungary, Switzerland? I think Switzerland are going to win.
Who's in that group? Hungary, Switzerland?
Germany, Scotland.
Hungary. No, I fancy Scotland for that. to get second.
They've certainly got a chance, mate. I think that
I fancy. They had a good group running. Yes, they've had a few bad results, but I just put that down to people getting ready for the actual Euros. They don't want to get injured. It's a bit of one of them. So I don't take too much notice the games, the results.
Yeah.
Before, although you would like to win and go in to win, but it doesn't really. It's like a pre-season game, isn't it? It just doesn't really matter.
It's just keeping it ticking over, isn't it?
So yeah, I fancy Scotland to come, even though Switzerland are decent, but no, I fancy Scotland second.
Yeah, I think so. The thing is with Scotland, mate, right, as well, is people, I think, writing them off a little bit. Like, they've got Premier League players, you know, they've got some decent players in that squad who can, like, and they've got a couple of players who've got big game experience, you know, the likes of Tomley and Robertson and these guys. You know, they've played in big games.
You know,
and also,
McGinn's had a good season for Villa.
Yeah, he was very good for Villa this year.
We've got a few good players. So, yeah, it's just the goals that who's going to score the goals.
Probably McTominay, mate. You wouldn't put it past him. He seems to score for Scotland as much as he scores for.
He plays that number 10 very well there, doesn't he? So.
Yeah, and look, you look at some of his players, mate. You know, Andrew Robertson, Kieran Tierney, even like Grant Hanley. You know, I know he's getting on a bit now, but he's a decent defender. Then you got McGinn, you got McTominay, you got Billy Gilmore's a quality player, mate, from Brighton.
Play, get on the ball, that kind of glue that every team needs. Gets on it and starts to play and very comfortable on the ball. Yeah, I like Billy Gilmore.
Just looking at their strikers, so there are four sort of striking options: Lawrence Shankland, Shea Adams, Ryan Christie, and Tommy Conway. Tommy Conway is a bit of a youngster. I mean,
they need one of them to chip in with like 3 or 4 goals.
Yeah, I mean,
at least 3, 2 or 3.
Shea Adams has got it in him, and he's gone on.
Yeah, he's got it in him. He's got pace. Yeah, they just need to. It's going to be difficult, but I fancy him. I fancy him to get through to the group.
Mate, I wouldn't be surprised.
Nice. They're like Scotland, aren't they? And Ireland and Wales. They're nice, good together group.
Yeah.
That helps you a long way. It's half the battle that when you've got a good group and you're all going in the same direction.
100%, mate. And the other thing is, like, let's be honest, you wouldn't be surprised if McTominay popped up with 2 or 3 goals in the tournament, would you? Like, he's got that knack of scoring important goals, late goals, but he's got that knack of scoring, mate. And when you've got players like that, you need them, especially if you haven't got like a Harry Kane or an Mbappe or someone up front who's gonna go and bag 7 or 8 goals or whatever. For the Saturday game, mate, who you got between Hungary and Switzerland?
Switzerland.
Tough one, isn't it?
Yeah.
I got Switzerland. I have, but
Switzerland. But wouldn't be surprised if Hungary got a result. But Switzerland.
So if we're both going Switzerland, we need to do a score just to separate us. So
no, if you're saying Switzerland, I'm going to go Hungary then.
All right, okay. All right.
Yeah.
And then later on Saturday night, we got Group B starts, which is Spain, Croatia, and Italy, Albania. So we'll start with the Spanish and the Croatian.
Is Dean Saunders on acid or what? How's he saying Albania going to get out of that group? Listening to the radio this morning saying that he fancies Albania to get out of that group. How the fuck are they going to get out of that group? Croatia, Italy, and Spain. Is that what you said?
Yeah, Italy, the holders. Spain, it was Spain, and God. Croatia, it was, their squad is old, but it's very, very good. Yeah, I don't see that. So let's start with Spain and Croatia, mate. Obviously, the Spanish have got. I don't think they, what they were years ago. I think that's fair to say. But mate, they got a incredible squad full of stars. They got David Raya in goal. They got Simone in goal, and then you've got the likes of Carlyellaway, Nacho, just coming off the back of Champions League victories. Cucurella from Chelsea. Nico Williams, not the Welsh one, obviously. Pedri, like a lot of really talented young players, a bit like Madrid, a lot of really talented young players, but then they've got that experience. Morata, Ferran Torres, people who've played a lot of football. The interesting one, mate, is Lamine Yamal from Barca, age only 16, but is absolutely one of the world's best young talents. Obviously he's very young, so it depends how it goes. Be interesting how much game time he gets through the tournament, because that is a young age, and at 16, like there's young players, and then there's just like he's a kid, But he's highly rated, and that's why he's there.
If you're good enough, you're old enough.
16, mate. That's mental. That's like a couple of months older than my boy, and he's playing in there. Obviously, I didn't even mention Rhodri as well. Obviously, one of the best holding midfielders in the world. So they have got like the spine of their side is exceptional. It's also very experienced, and then they've got a lot of young quality players in and around that, which I think is a real good way to go about it and a good mix. They're going to play good football. Do you see any way that Croatia, Croatia no mugs? Do you think Spain take that game, or do you think Croatia can get something?
Yeah, Croatia are a very good tournament team, aren't they?
Very experienced. Got the likes of Guardiola and Yusuf and.
I'm not a sit on the fence kind of guy, so I'm going to go Croatia. I'm going to stick my neck out. Croatia.
Go on. Yeah, I think you're right. The thing with Croatia, very experienced side. I'm trying to look who their youngest player is. So they got a lot of 30-somethings and a lot of 29-year-olds, and then they got a couple of 21-year-olds. It's a very old squad, but like you say, they always turn up for tournaments. It's very rare that Croatia goes out of the group stage, or they very rarely fail.
I'm sure some of the groups, the 3 teams will go through, don't they?
Yeah, there's it's like the best third place teams go through, don't they? We'll have a look at that shortly. So you've gone Croatia. I'm going to go Spain, and then next up we've got Italy and Albania. Let's have a look at this Albania squad, mate. See if there's any familiar names in there. Maybe Dean Saunders knows something that we don't. So look, see if I recognise any of these players. And look, just because I don't recognise them doesn't mean that they're not good. I'm not saying that.
I'm not saying they're not a good team. It's just they're against 3 giants, really.
Yeah, and 3 people.
Italy are defending champions. Spain is one of the best leagues in the world, and Croatia are one of the best tournament teams in the world. And that history shows that over the last 20 years. So, and you've got this Albania team, and
So the only player I found who I recognise, and look, that's just as much on me as I'm not disrespecting the players or the nation or anything like that. But Broja from Chelsea, the young forward who's like 22, is the only real name I'm familiar with. I got to be honest, but that doesn't necessarily.
It could be the surprise, and we could be all idiots, but I won't be betting on it.
No, you wouldn't put your house on them getting through that group, would you? I'm going Italy against Albania. Italy got an exceptional chance of doing very well again. I think they've got some great players and experienced players as well. But I also think they've got the best goalkeeper in the tournament as well, in Donnarumma. So that makes a big difference, especially in those latter stages. I think it makes a huge difference. But they got quality all over the place.
Yeah, the experienced tournament team, Italy, aren't they? These teams that seem to, yes, they had one bad cycle, but since I've been growing up, Italy, Spain, Germany, they're stalwarts. So now Portugal in the mix. So and then you've got a France team. So yeah, the usual suspects.
Italy, so just looking at the Italy squad, it's very deep as well, particularly in defence and up front. They got a lot of options. The one potential weakness I'd say in the Italy squad is I do think the midfield is potentially where they might get unstuck later on in the tournament.
Yeah, and they've lost a lot of experience at the back. Chiellini used to be there, them two. Who's the other two that used to be centre halves?
They've had notorious Italian partnerships for years, didn't they?
Yeah,
at the back.
and I don't see that.
They got Cambiasso from Juve, Di Lorenzo, Di Marco.
Not strong though, mate. Not strong. The back four that played in the final against England. Two Juventus centre halves, experienced. 10, 15 years at the top level, Champions League finals, Champions League winners, you know, big players. And I don't see them having that anymore.
So you going into
same with England. The weakness is the back, but people might say, well, they might be stronger because if Maguire was playing, he would have been playing. Now Gay will play Gay or Dunk, or who else was there? Dunk, Gay.
Brave Branthwaite didn't go, did he?
No, Braithwaite didn't go.
Centre back then. Who's the other centre back? There's
Stones, Gay. Yeah, but he's a right back.
Yeah, you got Konza, Gay.
Konza, that's it. Konza, that's the other one. Yeah, Dunk's got 4, haven't they? And Kyle Walker could play there.
Luke Shaw as well could play there as well.
Luke Shaw could play there. Yeah, so they've got a team there that they could play 4-3-3, but they could easily just switch it and be a 3-5-2. So say they start with Kyle Walker, John Stones, Gay, Trippier, Saka, Bellingham, Gallagher, Rice, Foden, and Kane. Yeah, so they start with that 4-3-3. Then they could put Saka left wing back, Trippier right wing back, and just put Kyle Walker in as a free, and then off you go.
Yeah, they got loads of options, mate. Haven't they?
That can free up Foden then, and play just 2 10s as Kane and Bellingham, but Kane a bit higher. So yeah, they've got options. They've got good options as well.
Just on that Italy-Albania game, mate, are you going Italy as well? Because we'll have to do a score if we're both going Italy.
If anyone's going to beat, if Albania going to win one, it's going to be this one. But I'm going to go with Italy.
Okay. So
no, I'm going to go. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to go with Albania because that would be a proper free bet of that.
He's drinking the Dean Saunders cold Kool-Aid.
No, they're still not going to qualify. Hungary. Mind you, they could come third. Hungary, Albania, and who was the other one?
So that group is Croatia.
Croatia. So them 3 to win. Get good odds with that. Both teams to score. Yeah. Might have a look at
that. So you're going Albania. I'll go Italy. And then on Sunday we got the England's group, which is starts off Slovenia versus Denmark. I fancy Denmark, mate, to be one of the teams which would shock a few. I think they got some really, really good young players, some quality in there as well, some experience at the back, and I just think they'll upset a few, mate. I think Denmark.
Who's that?
Denmark, mate. I think they'll do quite well.
Another team that does well at tournaments. They've won it. They've won it. England have never won it. They've won it.
Yeah. So they're playing Slovenia, mate. Do you see that as not an easy win, but is that
I fancy Denmark there. Fancy Denmark there strongly. Eriksen always performs there. They've got Højlund up front. They seem to be another team that's very close and together. So yeah, I fancy Denmark to win.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 2-0 Denmark there. So you'll have to give a score because we're both going to Denmark.
3-1.
And then Sunday night we got Serbia versus England, which I think is really interesting because historically Serbia are very, very good defensively, but going forward, like scoring goals was their issue. But actually, this Serbia team is really good going forward, but defensively, I think there's some weaknesses there. And like you mentioned just now, that's probably England's weakness as well, is at the back. So you could end up with quite an exciting game.
This is what I'm saying. Is it? Listening to forwards like Ivan Toney saying, when I play against Gay, you go to the other centre half because he's so strong and you can't get past him. So that's one of our top.
I guess what it'll come down to is how Guy does in his first tournament, in it, like how he takes to it. Because we all know
if he plays, will he play Dunk?
Yeah, I suppose.
You'd think he'd play Gay because he started in the first game, didn't he? I mean, the last game that seemed to be the team going forward. Maybe some twitches, Bellingham in, Manu out. I'll get. I don't know. I'm just.
I think I saw a few people saying that they wouldn't be surprised if after the second game, because Luke Shaw is in full training, they said they wouldn't be surprised if he plays Shaw at left centre back alongside Stones. And I think actually,
He ain't playing.
I don't think he plays this game. I think
Luke
it's too
Shaw
early,
ain't starting. He ain't starting. He hasn't played for like fucking 5 months. They've got to ease him in, mate. They've got to ease him in. So if which I expect them to do, win comfortably, have a 2 or 3-0, maybe give him the last 20 minutes and just do it that way. But he won't be starting. No chance.
I think he might play centre back though, mate. When he does play, I do think that's a
no. Depends if he how he plays. If he has a free or not. If he has a free, he doesn't need to. He can play him left wing back and put Kyle Walker there. So and he gives you that X factor, that pace. So yeah, they'll ease him in, mate. They'll ease him in. He's not played for a long time.
Do you think there's any chance Serbia can give England a few problems?
No, I fancy England to win comfortably.
Even after how poor they were the other day?
Yeah. You just listened to what I said before.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Game, it doesn't really matter.
What about the England midfield? Do you think he reverts back and plays Conor? What's his name? Conor what? Conor Gallagher. Conor Gallagher alongside Rice rather than Mainu, or do you think he sticks with the Mainu and Rice with Bellingham just in front? I think he'll revert back to Conor Gallagher. I do, just to be defensively solid for that first game. But you never know. But I just think that's what Southgate's more likely to do.
Right. So what's your team going starting?
So what I think he'll go with Kyle Walker right back, Trippier left back, Stones, and probably either Gay or.
No, it's either one or the other. Go on. So which one?
I think he'll go with Gay probably, and
right.
Then I think his.
Right. So I'm the same back four as you. So go on.
Okay, and then I think Southgate's midfield will be Rice. I lean towards Gallagher, but I've got a feeling that he might play Trent in there. But I think it's Gallagher or Trent will play alongside Rice. Bellingham just in front, Foden off one side, and Saka off the other side, with obviously Harry Kane through the middle. I don't think he starts Kobe Mainoo in this game. I think he'll be a bit more reserved in his selection, to be honest. It's just which one he goes for.
I think it will be. Well, I'm hoping it's Rice, Bellingham, and Foden as a free.
So attacking, mate, that isn't it?
Go for it.
Yeah. My only concern with the one team in the group,
and then the side is Foden not Foden, Saka on the right, Palmer on the left.
Yep, I like Palmer, mate. I really do. I think he's
Kane up front. You've got to have him in.
The problem,
and he can play along that. You can play in the middle, or you can play on the right. You can play on the left. He's that good. Technically very good as well. I've got to have Foden in the middle because he's played the season, playing as a 10. Changed the game when Foden come off. I mean, Kevin De Bruyne come off in the final and Foden went back into 10. That caused him more problems. Yeah. Much more dangerous in there. Now, does that take away a bit from Bellingham when you got to just bring him back a little bit? Possibly. That's why Foden could be on the right. Saka on the left. Saka on the right, Foden on the left. But then, you're not getting your best out of Phil Foden over there as well. So he's got to make some decisions. To be honest, for me, Bukayo Saka won't start on the right.
No, I wouldn't start him at the moment, but I think I see a lot of people saying he's undroppable for England. But
yeah, Gareth Southgate seems to. Does have his favourites, and Saka's performed for him, done well for him. So you admire that loyalty, but yeah, for me, he's got options. Whoever he goes with, they're not a bad option. Saka, very good. Palmer out there, very good. Foden out there, very good. So
Anthony Gordon, mate. I think
Anthony got. There you go. Does he
gives him
start on the
something
left?
different.
He's been
He gives him
brilliant.
something different, mate. He's a bit more
But
direct.
if you leave him out, then you don't get Cole Palmer in. He
Yeah.
scored 20 odd goals this
Imagine it.
season and assists. So he's got some good options, and these are the options that you want to have. So, and everyone will get a run out. And the team that starts, you can bet your bottom dollar it won't be the team that finishes. So this is tournament football. It ups and downs. Players get injured. Players come in and perform and then stay in the team. It happens, and usually there'll be 3 or 4 changes from the team that starts to the team that finishes.
My one thing is, the one reason why I think he might go with Trent or Gallagher in midfield is I think the one thing he won't want to do is slip up in the first game. And I think when you look at that Serbia side, they're most dangerous against England is in the midfield and in the transition. And I think he will think that having Bellingham and Foden in there will be a bit too much. Like, it'll leave Rice a bit exposed. I think that's why, just for this game, certainly at the start, he'll go with like Conor Gallagher for his energy or Trent or something like that. But I agree with you, mate. I think he's got to find a way to have Foden and Bellingham in the central areas. But then it's like he's got so many people, so many options, and so many players. Like Cole Palmer is, one of the top scorers in the league this year, and he can't get a look in. I think Gordon's going to be a great option for them through the tournament off the bench because he's the one sort of winger they've got that's just out and out direct. Like he's
the one that took Rashford's place, hasn't
he? Yeah. But then even you got like Jared Bowen, you got Eze, you got Ivan Toney, Ollie Watkins. Like they've got so much depth, man. And then you got like Mainu and Adam Wharton, I think, on the bench. And mate, I think before Mainu had I don't think he had a bad game, but he wasn't at his level the other week. I think he was probably starting, mate. So that'll be interesting whether he sticks with Mainu.
He still could start, mate. He still could start. But then you got an issue. Then you got an issue with where do you put Phil Foden?
Well, he plays off the wing. You cannot leave him out.
You can't leave him out.
Absolutely not. But he plays off the wing for City a lot, doesn't he? He plays off the right or the left.
That's his best position for me. His best position is number 10 for me. But person who's close to him, who's coached him as a kid, prefers him to come off the right. So it's wherever he's very good in both positions, but you've got to play him wherever. But if you put him on the right, then Saka's not playing. So,
and the other thing then, mate, is like Jude Bellingham's just had the season of a lifetime at Real Madrid. Do you want to move him?
I would play him both.
Yeah, it's going to be fascinating, mate. But let's move to that next group. Next one is Poland versus Holland. And Austria versus France. That's a bit of a group of death, mind. I tell you what. I think that one might. So you got Poland versus Holland, and then Austria versus France. So we'll start with Poland and Holland, mate. Poland's very experienced side. Obviously, you got Lewandowski up front, but they got a lot.
His first game is injured.
Yeah, so that could be a blow. But they'll be very difficult to beat, mate. Very difficult to beat. I thought they were. I'm saying that. Obviously, Wales would have been in this group, mate. I thought Wales missed an opportunity in the playoff against Poland. I didn't think Poland was that great in that match.
Holland will comfortably win this game. Comfortably.
Oh yeah, sorry, mate. Are we both going for an England win versus Serbia?
Yeah, I told you 2 or 3-0.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to go 3-1 to England, and you've gone 3-0, is it?
2-0.
And Holland versus Poland, mate. What score you got in that? I'm going 2-0 to Holland.
Uh, 2-1.
Okay, and then Austria versus France, mate. I think Austria is going to be one of the big surprises of this tournament. Really, really good side. I like the very together. Got some real quality, like Sabitzer, Lemar. They got an unactivated
Who they playing?
France. So, I'd expect France to win that game, but I think Austria might finish second in the group.
No chance. I bet.
No,
Holland finished second.
Mate, I'm just not sure about Holland. I'm always not sure about Holland, though, because they're historically like a bit hit and miss. Got some great players, but they got Weghorst playing up front, mate, so,
Yeah, he does well for them there, though. They use him well.
They've also got Frimpong and Gakpo and Depay, and they got a lot of good quality players. Of course, they have Gravenbach.
So France, Austria, 2-0.
I'm going to go 3-1 France. Romania, Ukraine.
1-1.
Yeah, I think that's a draw all over it now. I'm going to go 2-2 in that one. Belgium, Slovakia, mate. Will Belgium finally turn up for the tournament? Or is it too late for them? Has the golden generation passed them by?
Yeah.
De Bruyne's got to do something, mate, because he was poor towards the end of the season in the league.
He's been terrible for Belgium, so I've never seen him have a good game for Belgium. So it's interesting. We'll see.
I'm going to go with. I am going to go with a Belgium win, 2-1 against Slovakia. But
I'm going to go a Slovakian win, 2-1.
It's all about the underdogs. All about the underdogs this week.
Well, not really. Really.
A couple of them. Turkey versus Georgia.
Turkey look good. I fancy Turkey. 3-2.
I'm going to go 2-0 Turkey there. And then my favourites for the tournament, Portugal versus the Czech Republic. I fancy Portugal, mate. I just think they've got so much quality. It's just throughout the whole of the side, like one of the best goalkeepers in the tournament, two of the best goalkeepers in the tournament, technically. Diego Dallo, Cancelo, Semedo, Ruben Diaz, Bruno Fernandes,
Silva,
Neto, Neves, Bernardo Silva, Paulinho, Ruben Neves, Mateus Nunes,
Ronaldo,
Jota, Rafael Leo from Milan.
Yeah, they've got depth. They've got like England, Portugal. They've got depth, quality depth.
Oh, mate, unbelievable depth. When you look at it, it's like they can bring on top quality players in pretty much all positions. Like Ronaldo's going to start up front, you'd think, but they've got João Felix, Jota, Rafael Leo, Gonçalo Ramos, Conceição, and then like in the midfield, creating.
I've got Portugal in the sweepstake at work.
Mate, they're my favourites. Because if you look at the creators they've got, Bruno Fernandes, Bernardo Silva, Nunes, Ruben Neves, and then they've got like a Danilo who will just.
They're the team you don't want to play in the knockout.
100%. I think they win against Czech Republic 3-0, mate. I expect a big result, big game from them.
Start off slowly, nice little 2-0 win.
Okay. Germany, Hungary. Oh no, we don't need to. We won't go through the Wednesday. Yeah, we will do these because we're on Thursday. Germany, Hungary, mate.
Germany, Hungary. We played Scotland, Germany.
Yeah, no, we're back to second game. Germany, Hungary. We'll take it up to like our show on Thursday, mate. So Germany, Hungary. I'm going to go 2-0 Germany.
Yeah. 1-0.
And then you've got Scotland versus Switzerland. This is where I think Scotland get their 3 points. So I'm going to go. I'm going to go 1-0 Scotland there. And then we've got Croatia versus Albania. I think Croatia, comfortable 2-0 win there.
1-0 Croatia.
See, I thought you were going to say Albania again then, and that would have been 6 points for them, according to you, and they'd have been through.
They might scrape through. They might scrape through in if they win against Italy, like I predicted.
Yeah, well, I mean, if they only need a point really, then after that, don't they, to get through? I'm going to go Croatia 2-0 there. Spain versus Italy, the big game in Group B. That's going to be an interesting one. I think Spain.
2-1 Spain.
Oh, it's a difficult one. Spain have got so much depth. I'm going to go. What did you say?
2-1.
2-1 to Spain. I'm going to go. I quite fancy a 2-1, so I'll go. I'm going to go with 3-1 Spain. Late goal to make it 3. And then Slovenia versus Serbia.
Slovenia versus Serbia.
That's got Serbia, I think. Serbia 1-0 for me there.
Yeah, 1-0. Yeah, I'm going to go the same. Serbia 1-0.
And then finally, which this will take us up to the show, is Denmark versus England. Oof. See, I fancy Denmark to get a draw there. Gotta say.
I'm thinking 2-2, but no, England will be too strong. 3-1, England.
I'm going to go 2-1 England there.
Battle job.
Yeah, no. So I was just thinking. So that takes us up then. And then next week we'll do our predictions from the Friday onwards, and we'll go back and I'll total up the points and that before the show next week. In terms of like players that you just as we wrap up, mate, players that you're looking forward to watching, players to look out for, anyone in particular that you're really looking forward to seeing?
No, just looking to get that tournament going. I'm not as well knowledge as I used to be about. I used to watch all the football. Spain, Italy. Didn't really watch France, but Spain, Italy, England. I was up to date with all. I'm not as big as that anymore. Work, kids, golf,
that's it, mate, isn't it?
Podcasts. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to it getting going. Get the first game underway, then weekend of games, and then just enjoy the tournament, really, mate.
Yeah,
hopefully no trouble and it goes off well, and then we get some good games, goals, good games. Drink it'll go on like 8-10 minutes, injury times again, and we'll get all that.
I think so, mate. I think it's the same thing. Yeah, I got to say, there's some.
Bar's going to be a big thing in this.
Yes, of course it is.
They seem to do it. The Europeans seem to deal with it pretty well, though, don't they? It's only the Premier League that are incapable and just a clowns that deal with it.
Yeah. No, I mean, in fairness, in the Champions League and the Europa League, I think it's been excellent the way they've implemented it.
You probably see some newer techniques that they'll probably, might work, might not work, but I'm sure
I think
trying a few things.
In the last tournament was when they brought in the offside lines, wasn't it? I think that was when they sort of tried that out. In terms of players, mate, I'm really looking forward to seeing some of the young players, how they do. So like that, João Neves at Portugal. I'm looking. I would really like to see like Kobe Mainu and
Wharton. I like what
Wharton, I was going to say Wharton, Cole Palmer, like these types of. Even Bellingham, he's still a very young player. Like, so I'm looking forward to seeing how they do in these tournaments under the pressure, because there is pressure on those English players, no matter how you dress it up. But then equally, like that lad from Spain, mate, who's 16. I was reading up on him. Like, he's so highly rated that the Spanish media think he's going to play. So, like when England took Walcott at 16, he didn't, he was never going to play, was he? And like apparently this Spanish boy is going to play. Like, so it'd be really interesting.
Mate, if you're old enough, if you're good enough, you're old enough. It's as simple as that. I know that better than anyone.
Yeah, Lamine Yamal. Remember the name? He was born in 2007. Jesus. Mental, mate. No, I'm looking forward to it. Maybe we do a watch along for the England game on Sunday. Maybe
possibly, yeah, possibly.
But we'll see. We'll see how the schedules work and stuff. But that was our
US Open last days on that. That could be difficult.
Yeah, you can't miss that.
Actually, I could put it on there. Mind you, how could I do that? We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Maybe, baby, innit?
Got an iPad. I could have a screen there and a screen there and a screen there, so I can have 3 screens going. But we'll figure it out. So I have the golf on the TV, the watch along, and my screen. So yeah, we'll figure it out.
Multitasking, mate. Multitasking. That's what it's all about.
What I do, mate. It's what I do on a daily basis.
UFC this week, anything good? No, there's no real big fights this week. Just building up for that Manchester card, mate. That's all it is.
No, McGregor's card's supposed to be at the end of the month, no?
Is that before that? Let's have a look. Quick. Let's have a quick look.
303?
303, of course, yeah. McGregor, 30th of June. Oof. One thing you could say about him, mate, is it won't be boring.
Well, that's if it goes off, because I'm hearing, different, but hopefully
It'd be nice to see him back in the cage, mate, wouldn't it? Even if whether he wins or loses.
Nothing like a McGregor card, come on.
No.
It's like it's one of the only ones, like, when I was a kid or when I was younger, you only stay up for a Mike Tyson fight. It's like same with this card. I'm only just going to stay up for a McGregor or a John Jones fight. The rest, I'll get on it. I'll watch it in the morning.
Yeah, 100%, mate. Sometimes I'll stay up for some of the boys who I know, like some of the Welsh lads. But apart from that, I like McGregor or.
They're earlier, aren't they? You can watch them at 1, 2 o'clock. This is like 5, half 5. Birds tweeting.
That's when I get up, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
So sometimes I set my alarm. I think I can't do it. I'll set my alarm at 5 o'clock and get up, watch the last hour.
Yeah, watch the main event when I get up, mate.
But the problem is, you do that, and there's been a few knockouts, and it finishes early, and you've missed it. You're like, and then you're wide awake. It's like Timmy Mallet at home.
So we've got loads of stuff coming up on the channel. We're going to be obviously doing this every Thursday, talking about the Euros. We'll do a couple of watch-alongs. Look out for a Question of Sport episode coming up on Cardiff City World as well. That's going to be awesome. Looking forward to that. And if you haven't got your tickets for the Joe Ledley live event, it's coming around quick. 6th of July, Splott Cons Club, Welsh and Cardiff City legend Joe Ledley. 1 or 2 tickets left. Get on board. Come join us. It's going to be a good time. But Rhodri, appreciate your time as always, mate.
Cheers!